Have you ever wondered why some sports legends refuse to give credit where it's due? Well, buckle up because we're looking into a heated controversy that's got the entire basketball community buzzing. Sheryl Swoopes, a WNBA icon, has stirred up quite the storm by seemingly snubbing Caitlin Clark, the rookie phenom who's been taking the league by storm. But here's the kicker. Her comments didn't just stop at silence. They triggered a fiery reaction from ESPN's Stephen A. Smith and an avalanche of online criticism. So, what's really going on here? Is this just a misunderstanding, or is there something deeper at play? Let's break it all down. It all started on a recent episode of the Queens of the Court podcast, where Sheryl Swoopes discussed the Indiana Fever's surprising turnaround this season. However, what caught everyone's attention wasn't what she said, it was what she didn't say. Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation responsible for the Fever's revival, was conspicuously left out of the conversation. This omission didn't go unnoticed, especially considering Clark's incredible stats and pivotal role in the team's success. Swoopes has never shied away from expressing her opinions, and her views on Clark are no exception. Over time, it's become clear that she's not as enamored with the young star as most others are. But what's behind this apparent disdain? Is it simply a matter of differing styles, or is there a deeper, more personal reason behind her reluctance to acknowledge Clark's impact? Enter Stephen A. Smith, the outspoken ESPN personality who's known for his fiery takes. When he caught wind of Swoopes' omission, he didn't hold back. Calling her stance insane, Smith unleashed a tirade that quickly went viral. His argument? That it's simply impossible to talk about the Indiana Fever's success this season without mentioning Caitlin Clark, who's been the driving force behind their resurgence. As you might expect, the internet was quick to jump on the controversy. Social media exploded with reactions, and the opinions were as divided as you'd imagine. On one side, you had people agreeing with Smith, pointing out that Swoopes' refusal to acknowledge Clark's contributions was not just a snub, it was a blatant disregard for reality. On the other hand, some defended Swoopes, suggesting that her experience and perspective as a veteran player give her a different, perhaps more nuanced view of Clark's game. Let's take a moment to focus on the numbers, because at the end of the day, stats don't lie. Caitlin Clark has been nothing short of phenomenal in her rookie season, averaging 17.9 points per game and leading the league with 8.3 assists per contest. She's not just contributing, she's dominating. And it's not just about the stats, it's about the way she's playing. Her court vision, her ability to make plays under pressure, and her leadership have transformed the Indiana Fever into a serious contender. But here's where things get even more interesting. Instead of backing down or clarifying her stance, Swoopes doubled down on her comments. In response to Stephen A. Smith and the flood of online criticism, she maintained her position, insisting that there's more to the story than just Clark's stats. According to Swoopes, focusing solely on one player, no matter how talented, misses the bigger picture of what makes a team successful. Of course, Swoopes' decision to stick to her guns didn't exactly win her any new fans. The backlash was swift and intense, with many accusing her of being biased, out of touch, or even jealous of Clark's success. Others, however, saw her comments as a necessary reminder that basketball is a team sport, and that no one player, no matter how talented, can carry a team on their own. What this controversy really highlights is a larger debate within the basketball community: the role of individual talent versus team dynamics. Stephen A. Smith represents the camp that believes in recognizing and celebrating individual brilliance, especially when it's as impactful as Clark's. Swoopes, on the other hand, seems to be advocating for a more holistic approach, one that values team chemistry and collective effort over individual accolades. Another layer to this controversy that can't be ignored is the role of race and gender. Some critics have suggested that Swoopes' reluctance to praise Clark might be influenced by the fact that Clark is a white player in a league where black athletes have historically dominated. Others argue that gender dynamics are at play, with Swoopes perhaps feeling a responsibility to uphold the legacy of black female athletes in the WNBA. So, where does this leave Caitlin Clark? For now, it seems she's content to let her game do the talking. Despite the controversy swirling around her, she continues to perform at an elite level, helping to elevate the Indiana Fever to new heights. Whether or not she ever earns the respect of legends like Sheryl Swoopes, one thing is clear: Caitlin Clark is here to stay, and her impact on the WNBA is undeniable. But what do you think? Is Sheryl Swoopes justified in her stance, or is she being unfair to Caitlin Clark? And what about Stephen A. Smith? Did he go too far, or was he right to call Swoopes out? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth NBA and WNBA analysis. This is a conversation that's far from over, and we want to hear your take.